All right, folks, this is behind the scenes, the equipment I'm gonna use to shoot this video, and I always have on hand RT_Shinigami from Instagram. Thought I should share this with you also. Here it is. This is the Canon 90D with the Deity D3 Pro mic on top. I shoot the first intro video at the beginning of all my videos with that guy. I love this camera, it's awesome. This is my Sony a6600. See how flat it is on the bottom? That sits perfectly on my dash on one of those sticky pads, so it doesn't slide off, with the Deity D3. Also, the smaller version of it. This is my DJI Mavic Mini. It's really small, really light, and if I lose it, it's not the end of the world. Extra batteries. GoPro 8, Hero 8. My plan is to stick this on the side of the road to get shots as I drive by. May or may not be able to do that. DJI Osmo Action. This thing's awesome. It's so easy to use. I'll use this for the shot as I drive away, if I can get that shot. This is in the car if I have to film my dash or anything. This is the Sony RX7-100. Awesome camera. This will be mounted to the side of my car. GoPro 6, GoPro 7 Black will be mounted on top on the windshield looking out. So let's go film. Welcome back to the channel, folks. Welcome back to another beautiful day here in Orange County, California. Today we're going to see what this car will do 0 to 60 with the stock tires, the 20-inch wheels, all-season radials, warm conditions, obviously nothing like what the track conditions, optimal conditions, the right tires, everything would deliver. But in many conversations I've had since buying this car with friends of mine who currently own some really fast cars, one with a LP560 Gallardo, where the 0 to 60 time on that car is about the same, reported about the same as the 0 to 60 on this car, and this car is 4,400 pounds. So today we're gonna go out and have some fun and check that out, and then maybe we're gonna go buy a charger too. Caught you there, right? But maybe we're gonna go look, so let's go check it out. But first, let's roll the intro.
Showing up, don't wanna have to wait tonight, better off.
All right, folks, so sorry for the teaser on the charger, but I figured I would make this the kind of motivational portion. So if this is the portion you hate, then go ahead and fast forward, but I think you'll find this interesting. If you've been following the channel a while, you saw that I bought this car and I financed this car, and my payment's pretty stout. But if you watch the other videos, you found out how this car pretty much is paying for itself in a big way, and well worth every penny that I paid for it. And the interest rate is so low that it was way smarter for me to keep my cash in the bank. Wait a minute, then. Sorry for the interruption. Than to go and put it all down on the car. And when, you know, the commenters, some of the trolls decided to beat me up about the down payment, and if you can't pay cash, you can't afford it, and all that insane, obnoxious, ridiculous stuff. Sometimes I just wish I could just shoot another video just to that person and help them understand that if they're mean-spirited and that's why they're doing it, and that's just who they are, to make them feel better, to say nasty things, then okay, they're beyond help. But if they really believe the things they're saying, then someone needs to help them and educate them respectfully so they understand. And here is the outcome. I could have never guessed that when I bought this car and I chose to put minimal down, I think I put $5 grand down on this car, and frankly, half of that money came from YouTube revenue that month of December that was huge. It seemed like an irrational thing to do to a lot of people who watch my videos. So when I originally bought this car, I could have never ever imagined that our country would be thrown into a pandemic and a absolute depression financially. I mean, I had no clue. And in hindsight, you know, I mean, I've thought about it a lot, like, was that the right thing to do? I mean, should I have waited? But I didn't know there was gonna be a friggin' pandemic. I mean, none of us could have planned that one. I mean, we heard a couple stories on the radio about some virus in China, and we're like, well, that's far away. It's the other side of the planet. It's not gonna find its way here. And then suddenly, within like 60 days after buying this car, I'm finding out that the whole world's going to shut down, stop. The industry I'm in certainly took a beating, and now I need to look at this as, well, you know, this is a time for me to go, well, I'm screwed, tuck it in, you know, thank goodness I kept my cash in the bank, or capitalize on some opportunities. So here's what I wanted to share with you all. The genius, the accidental genius that came out of this, I don't even know if it was accidental, because I know what I'm doing, even, you know, unconsciously I know what I'm doing, that, you know, I need to keep my cash with me at all times, because there's opportunities that will yield me a much higher rate than the 3, 4, 5, or 6% I end up paying on any of my car loans. So why wouldn't I keep the cash, keep my powder dry for when an opportunity comes up? But I didn't know there was going to be a pandemic, which a recession creates an opportunity. And what happened in the last recession, I was not prepared. I did not have a lot of cash. The cash I did have, I was using to live on and hope I could wait it out rather than capitalize on opportunities. So while some people were made into millionaires, others were not. I was one of those people that was not back in 2007, 8, 9. But now we have this pandemic, and there is huge opportunity. What happened the first week this took place? Every great company in America with strong balance sheets and strong basic value propositions, their stock price dropped, I mean, in some cases, 70, 80%. Now, common sense is that this is completely related to a temporary shutdown, not a permanent affliction. There isn't some kind of huge disaster in the financial markets that took place in 2008, meaning that there's going to be a rapid rebound. And then if you go back and you read about what happened in 2018, or no, sorry, 1918 and 1919 with the last pandemic, yes, it was horrible. I mean, geez, I think it was 1/3 of the world's population ended up getting that H1N1. But what happened after that was the roaring 20s. So the market boomed like crazy. People became wealthy. People moved from farms into cities. I mean, the entire nation changed in its entire structure and what it was basically looked like prior to that, prior to the 20s. Well, here we are in the 20s again. So there was opportunity to capitalize on some stocks. Now, I'm not going to go reading off stocks. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be responsible for somebody, you know, losing money if I'm wrong. But I've made some really good decisions recently that should yield me a massive return. So, for example, a $10,000 investment that I've made will probably yield me close to $50,000. So that puts me in a position where we're headed right now is I can get my Charger. I want the Charger, and I want the Challenger, and I want my other 2 cars in the garage. I don't want to get rid of anything if I don't have to, but if I, you know, maybe the Prius goes away because it hasn't moved in months. But if not, at least I can pay cash for that or put a bigger down payment, because now here's the deal. Why would I do that on that car, but I didn't do it on these cars? Well, here's why. I absolutely will not probably qualify, despite my strong income and credit. I will most likely not qualify for a 4th car. So at a certain point, you hit a wall with the banks, especially coming out of a recession or depression like we're in right now. So I might have to put maybe half down, or, you know, a third or more. But here's where I'm at with this. This is money that fell right out of the sky. After I pay taxes on that profit, I will still be using money that I didn't have before, and I'll still have my original investment in the bank. So I will have lost nothing and gained a Charger that I can have a 4-door car now, and I don't know, use for the channel and make it part of this business as well. So that's where I'm going with this. Hopefully that helps some of you. But first, let's go check out a couple Chargers at the local Dodge dealership, and then go find out how fast this thing is from 0 to 60. So this is a 2020 Scat Pack. This is the perfect car that I'd love to get. $43,000, and I'm torn whether figuring out a way to just do a new one or do a couple-year-old Charger. since this is going to be really an extra car. But this thing is gorgeous. This is exactly what I want. Go great with the Hellcat. They're asking 47, but online they show for 43. I still haven't shared my idea with the wife, because here's what happens when you tell the wife you made a bunch of extra money. Then she's going to want part of that, and that may completely defugle the entire idea that I have. But I share everything with you all, so we'll see. All right, folks, check this out. This is a Dodge Challenger. It's got the Dodge symbol. It's got the taillights to the Challenger and a silhouette. You can't see it in this camera, and this probably isn't the best version. But where do I get these things? Go to Etsy.com. There's nothing in it for me, but just put in Dodge, put in anything, and you will find it there. There's people making this stuff at their homes. Also, make sure you go to ocmotivator.com and get your merch, people. The hoodies are there just in time for summer. I know, what the hell, mine finally came, and now it's 100 degrees. So I'm gonna go out now and try to get 2 0 to 60 runs. And I don't know if I'm gonna pull it off, but I'm gonna do what I can, and I'm gonna have a lot going on. I'm gonna be like a guy trying to fly a helicopter with the shoelaces tied, blindfold on, and gum stuck in his hair, because I've got cameras going and all this crap, and I don't want to, you know, get busted. I gotta make sure there's no traffic, so I don't risk anyone else's life, all that fun stuff. So, but really 0 to 60, you know, I'm not gonna make it past 60. I'm gonna get to like 63 and then let off the gas. So you guys get to see this, so let's go do it now. Not a lot of commentary when I'm doing this because of all the other crap going on in the focus here. And remember, I am an amateur. I am not the, I mean, I'm a car guy, but I am not one of those gearheads that knows everything about how to race a car. So I'm just gonna stick this sucker and drive, and probably put it in track, and then put it in sport, stomp on the gas, and see what I can get out of it 0 to 60. So let's go do that now. 4.1 seconds, and that's, you know, that's not bad considering this big huge car, and I spun the wheels most of the way. So now let's go ahead and try one more before I end up in trouble. And I've flipped it from track to sport mode, and I'm just gonna stomp on it. I'm not using launch control. I don't have to wait till there's no cars anywhere. Let's go. Spinning too much. Jeez, I can't. Yeah, folks, that's it. We're gonna call it 4.1 seconds. I can't get traction. It's way too hot out right now too. That could be part of it. Who knows? I don't know what the hell the part of it could be, but nonetheless, I'm going to load up the cameras and get the hell out of here. Let's see if I can bring it down. Uh-oh. I've lost connection to the drone. That's not good. That's really bad. Alright folks, I had a little bit of trouble with the drone, but we got it back, totally disconnected from the phone, so that was exciting. That's why I use this. Anybody wants to know what this is the DJI Mavic Mini, because it was killing me with my big, you know, $2,000 Mavic that I crash it and it's $2,000. This thing, if it disappears, it's I don't know, $300 or $400, something like that. So pretty cool. Anyways, folks, so we got 2 0 to 60 times. I used track the first time. Track I hit just under 4.1 seconds, and I'd say that's not bad. I mean, it's a hot day. I've got, you know, factory delivered tires on here, the all-season radials, 20-inch rims, and I'm no I've told you guys this a million times, I am no race car driver at all. So total amateur, total guy that doesn't know what the hell he's doing. I didn't use launch control. I just stopped the car, threw it into drive, put it in track, stomped on it, and got to 4.07 seconds. So not bad. I don't think it's bad at all, considering that the reports out there 3.4, 3.6, 3.7. So, you know, what, 0.4 of a second faster than car and driver got when they said it was like 3.6 or 3.7 or something like that. So, folks, I'm impressed with the car. I've never had a car that would go that fast. And I believe that if I had my own track and I could practice some more, I could most certainly break the 4 seconds, no problem. But the biggest problem with this car, as you all know, is traction. And that's when you all start commenting to go buy Mickey Thompson's and everything else. You know I love to smoke these tires. So unless I'm going to a track or something, I'm going to just keep burning these suckers off until that day comes. And once we're off of this quarantine from this lockdown, then maybe there will be an opportunity to take this thing to the track. So with that said, folks, thank you so much for watching. Sorry if it wasn't as exciting as you thought it would be. I mean, I'm just doing the best I can with what I got while being on lockdown. So thanks for watching. Take care. Please like, please subscribe, and talk to you soon.
Don't wanna have